The Manhattan City Commission unanimously approved 3 resolutions Tuesday night, providing sales tax exemptions for 3 housing projects. Those projects include Sunflower Flats, Cypress Ridge, and the Hunter Drive apartments. Throughout the discussion last night, commissioners were comfortable with using industrial revenue bonds to support each project. The city will also commit over $312,000 in incentives to cover building fees and water and sewer connection, paid for primarily using workforce housing sales tax funds, with economic development funds covering the remainder, according to Mayor Wynn Butler.
My preference would be to use both the workforce, so we stay within the definition, and then fill the hole with the Eco-Devo jobs money. And I would stretch it so that it handles the building permit fee, because I don't like the precedent of waiving those. If you waive it for this, why can't you waive it for any homeowner?
Commissioner Peter Opelt says he believes those projects meet the city's definition of workforce housing and supported the resolutions.
And as far as the workforce, I think that, with like the SECO project, we have been very diligent at staying with the scope of the sales tax question, and the sales tax question specifically said workforce housing.
Commissioner Karen McCullough abstained on the Cypress Ridge project due to her connection to the Manhattan Area Housing Partnership. The city's action increases the chances that all 3 projects will qualify for state sales tax exemptions, which will be awarded later this year. Commissioners also unanimously passed an amendment last night to a contract for license plate recognition equipment for the downtown parking garage. The amendment totals over $63,000 to be paid from the general fund, increasing the total contract amount to over $154,000 in one-time fees and over $43,000 in annual recurring software fees. The commission has agreed to charge for parking downtown, but no exact rate has been set for the garage. Parking Services Manager Adrian Tucker says that will provide city officials with a revenue stream for upkeep.
There has been no maintenance done on that garage since it was built. There's been no power washing, no cleaning, and those are the things that deteriorate a garage, is not cleaning it. I mean, outside of that, things like what I'm seeing with the pillars crumbling, that's just lack of maintenance.
Commissioners also gave consensus to grant the Aggieville Business Association's request to change registration for the Aggieville parking garage because of more planned construction in the area, which will eliminate over 100 parking spots in the coming months. Aggieville employees will soon be allowed to register their license plates and be granted free parking in the garage Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. In order to recoup some of that lost revenue, there will be no more free 2-hour parking on weekends and evenings. Mayor Butler.
I think it's a good plan. It addresses the construction turmoil that will proceed here shortly again for a couple of years, and I think in the long term it's the right thing to do.
The change will be approved at a later meeting. It would begin August 1st. An investigation continues into a cybersecurity incident involving Riley County's P25 emergency radio systems. That incident was discovered Monday, prompting an emergency disaster declaration from the county commission, allowing the county to be able to request additional communications transmission resources from the state of Kansas. Emergency Management Director Russell Stuckey says the county's radio system is essentially computer controlled.
It manages the radio traffic so that we don't have to have as many antennas and repeaters at each site.
Additional support arrived from the Kansas Division of Emergency Management Monday evening when the state's Communication on Wheels semi-trailer was deployed to Riley County. The COW, as it's called, is being used to augment and improve radio signal strength in the central part of the county, including Manhattan. Replacement equipment for components in the communication system has been ordered. Officials say the new equipment is expected to arrive and be installed by the end of next week. The city of Wheaton has a new playground area and sought financial support this week from the Potawatomi County Commission to help with the final ground cover to make the structure safe. Wheaton Mayor Terry Force says the city paid $3,500 for the structure at auction. It includes 5 slides and various other playing areas. The equipment was formerly part of a Manhattan school playground and had to be disassembled and put back together. That was recently done by community volunteers. Still remaining is a ground cover under the structure to ensure safety. Force estimates that will cost around $2,600. Typically, Potawatomi County allots $500 to any city parks and rec department that requests funds, though a few exceptions have been made. County commissioners ultimately ended up approving a motion to donate $750 to Wheaton for the ground cover. A new audit from the Kansas Attorney General has concluded that the state is losing more than $20 million a year because the insurance department is not properly overseeing one of its programs. The insurance department contends the audit is flawed and should be disregarded. The audit was released Tuesday by the Inspector General for the state's Medicaid program in Attorney General Chris Kobach's office. It said the insurance department improperly allowed dozens of nursing homes to claim a big break on a per-bed tax funding Medicaid. Insurance Commissioner Vicki Schmidt's office said the audit relied on an unreasonable interpretation of state law and what the department called, quote, unreliable extrapolations.
Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale with your sports headlines. The annual NABC-Reese's College All-Star basketball game will include a K-Stater on the West team roster Friday night. Guard Tyler Perry will play in the annual contest that is traditionally played the evening before the national semifinals. This year's game at State Farm Stadium, tipping off at 5:30 Central Time Friday. Perry finished his lone season in Manhattan having averaged 15 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and a steal per game. He was named honorable mention All Big 12. Alec Marsh pitched 7 innings of 2-hit ball. Michael Garcia drove in 3. The Royals beat the Orioles 4-1 on a wet, chilly night at Camden Yards. The two teams will wrap that series this afternoon on News Radio KMAN. High school softball, Rock Creek swept both ends of a doubleheader against Abilene, 16-4 and 18-0. The future of the Royals and Chiefs in Kansas City thrown into question last night when residents of Jackson County, Missouri, resoundingly voted down a sales tax measure that would have helped fund a new downtown ballpark for the Royals and major renovations to Arrowhead Stadium. For both teams, their leases at the Truman Sports Complex run through January 31st of 2031. K-State baseball back on the diamond today. They're in action at Missouri State. Coverage of that game to get underway at 3:30 this afternoon on News Radio KMAN. Have a great day. I'm Troy Coverdale.